In this video, I'm going to show exactly how I filed a petition for writ of mandate, compelling the performance of the Santa Clara County Recorder's Office to count my provisional ballot in the election or show cause why they have not done so. I'm also going to share a response from the court clerk, how they responded to me after I filed such a petition. I've got a recording of that, and then I'll show my written response to such court order as well. So stand by. We'll check it all out right now, and you'll see how this happened. All right. So I petitioned the court here under 14310C2B of the California Election Code, and I'm asking the court to order the respondent, Santa Clara County Register of Voters, to immediately count my provisional ballot cast in the November 5th election, or in the alternative, show cause why it has not done so. Now, I'm not going to go through all the elements here, but there's statutes here with the elements, and I'm just going to show you the provisional ballot here. It's, it looks kind of twisted here, but let's see if I can. Yeah, I could just twist it really quick, modify the page. So there it is. There's my provisional ballot, the number on the bottom. And then every time I go and check that number on the website, it just says invalid ballot number. So it hasn't been counted, lost. I've called the court, talked to them a number of times, and they said they would look into it. Never did, just never got back to me. So they don't know what happened. All right, so let's show you exactly what. Yeah, so I filed that simple 3-page petition for writ of mandate in, and I just filed this proposed order. I said, proposed order granting the writ. The court came back and they wrote this. All small claims courts must be filed on, this sheet, SC 100. Before the case can be heard, the defendant must be properly served. Before the claim against a government entity is filed, the petitioner must show compliance with the government claims form, and the small claims court lacks jurisdiction to grant relief unless the plaintiff can show cause as to why. So, in addition, I got a message from the law clerk over there. What happened was there's a case that's called Writ versus Superior Court of Santa Clara County a couple years back, and it says that the clerk has a ministerial duty to file paperwork. Now, the clerks in California here, they have a tendency to play judge, jury, and executioner, so they'll usually do all that dirty work for them, and they'll just deny things. And so I know that in advance. So I told the clerk on the filing about the Voight case and how they had a mandatory ministerial duty to file this. In fact, it was that exact court. Now, after doing that, the clerk, he had the law clerk call me back and say this.
Yeah, Gavin, you're really a space case. You can't file a writ of mandamus in small claims court. That's why you had to file on demand. You have to sue them, you bozo. You have to sue them first, the Register of Voters. You can't do a writ of mandate unless you have a judgment.
So there we go. Clerk's call. So the law clerk calls me back and gives me some legal advice about what I can and can't do, typical in a situation like this. And, as you could see, says it does, resorts to name calling.
And you have to sue them, you bozo.
You have to sue them, you bozo. Hey, I'll resort on taking anything personal here. Instead, I will just go ahead and immediately respond. Now, let me show you how I responded and show you exactly why this court will be granting this writ. In response to the court order, all right, so the court says that the form must be attached. No problem. I filled out this SC 100 form. All right, I can deal with that. No problem. Before the cases are heard, the defendant must be properly served a copy of the form. Check this out. I went over to the other side, and I discussed this case with them before even filing it. And then they responded back. Check this out. They said, Mr. Mail, we spoke on the phone on Friday. Petition for writ of mandate that you filed on November 21st. I explained that the method for serving the county is by serving the clerk of the board in the 10th floor, administration building. You asked if we would consent to electronic service. With this email, I'm confirming that we consent to electronic service. So the other side is completely stipulated. This is Deputy County Counsel over there in the Santa Clara Register of Voters, and she's overseeing the case as county counsel. And we already spoke on the phone. We've emailed back and forth, and she's now stipulated a service. So I've met that requirement. So now if I go back here, I'm just saying petitioners filing a proof of service that's authorized here, that Ms. Bendico sent an email stipulating to the service, which is a copy of which is attached. Now, in response to the government claims, tort claim form, I'm saying, hey, look, this is not a tort claim. It's a non-monetary special proceedings brought under 1085, which permits any court to issue a writ of mandate. Also, if filing a government tort claim form is not required, is not a requirement for a writ of mandate issue. So further, the election code, it says that basically it would be contrary to the intent of the legislature, which requires this petition to be filed prior to the completion of an official canvass, 14310B. Strict compliance with the procedural requirements would unfairly prejudice petitioner, because in this case, the official canvass ends 30 days after November 5th. So the official canvass ends right now, any day now. And and filing a government tort claims form can go on from 1 to 6 months. So I would never be able to file the case. And secondly, it's just non-monetary. I don't want money from them. I'm not looking for monetary relief. I'm just looking for a writ, issue a writ. And I'll show you the order here in a moment. And then on they're saying small claims court lacks jurisdiction. On the contrary, first of all, 1085 permits any court to issue a writ of mandate to compel performance. Any court. Petitioners seeking relief under 14310B of the election code, which says any judicial action. So therefore, the small claims court has jurisdiction pursuant to 116.220, which grants small claims court jurisdiction for other equitable relief. So in contrary to that law clerk giving me that bad legal advice, calling me a bozo and calling me names for having the nerve to petition the court for redress of grievances. Fortunately, I don't take it personally, and I'm a nice guy. All right, I'm a very nice guy. I'll be nice about it. I'm not going to take it personal, but it's really I object because I know how to deal with this, and I'm gonna get the court to issue this order. Now watch this. Proposed order. There's the It's a real simple case. This is all I'm asking for. No need for the court to make it any more complicated or that clerk to call me back and call me a bozo. I'm just authorized to bring this action under 14310 C2B. And I'm just saying, look, the court, having considered the verified petition for writ of mandate filed by petitioner Gavin Mail and good cause appearing, hereby orders as follows. It is hereby ordered that the respondent, Santa Clara County Register of Voters, shall immediately count petitioner Gavin Mail's provisional ballot cast in the November 5th, 2024 election. If the respondent does not immediately count petitioner's ballot, the respondent shall show cause within 5 days of the date of this order why it has not done so. So either count the ballot immediately or respond in 5 days why it has not done so. I'm serving that proposed order on the respondent as well, so they'll have a chance to respond, and the court's going to sign this order. Once they see this, they're going to sign it. They have no choice. There's no other relief at law. I have no other relief. And the court is completely authorized to do this under 1085, under 14310B, as authorized under Civil Code of Procedure 116.220. So hopefully this video helped out a little bit. I know it's kind of confusing. These writ procedures are just crazy, but I just wanted to show because it's in the public interest. When they don't count your ballot and you had a ballot and you have tracking it, they didn't count it. It just says invalid. They didn't count my ballot. They lost it. I've called them. They don't know where it is. And I keep, I think it's in the public best interest. That's why they have that election code, to get these writs filed and heard immediately so that these votes can be counted. And, it's funny, they've still got like 1,000 ballots apparently lost or to count in this county. So mine's apparently one of those, but we're almost a month into the election, past the election, and the official canvass closes in a few days. And my ballot's still lost in the shuffle somewhere. So the court, is asked, requested respectfully to immediately issue this order. And then respondent, which already is on the email, they're going to respond back in kind to the court's order, whatever the court orders them to do. All right. That's it. If you like videos like this, hit the like button. I just want to give a little update here regarding this election writ. Okay. In California, the court didn't count my ballot. They've lost my ballot, lost my vote. And as authorized under the election code, I brought this action. And you see how the clerk, the law clerk treats people who dare file an action, asking for his respectful judicial remedy in a court, and the clerk called, and the law clerk, the attorney for the law clerk there, calls back and said, and name calls people, name calls me, you know. I mean, how does he, God bless him. God bless him. You know, I unfortunately, I'm not going to take it personal. I've already kind of gotten legal advice on this and talked to my counselors, and they said, just let it go, let this one go, and just get the court to issue the relief, because I'm 100% right on this one. All right. That's it. It'll be, my relief will be actually when the court issues the order, and then that law clerk's going to have egg on his face. So, all right. That's all I got. Be sure to subscribe, hit the ones, and I'll see you at the top later.